Welcome back, y'all, to the Kentucky X-Files Midweek Mysteries.
Yay!
Yeah, this is where you get to see us.
I feel like I gotta do this. This is our podcast.
Yeah, I love it.
I feel like somebody's
You
gonna
got to do
call
it
me
to
up.
that camera too, though.
This is our podcast.
There
Does
you
it
go.
feel different? Like it's the wrong side?
Yeah,
It's not feeling the same?
Yeah.
It was a little labored, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little forced.
A little forced.
Forced.
We'll just, some of the other takes, we'll just cut in.
Yeah. Beautiful.
We're going to cut all the best footage together to make this episode wonderful for you.
We need to, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hi, everybody.
Hi.
How you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
This is the midweek.
The midweek.
This
This is
midweek.
like the middle of the week.
It is. You notice that this one, like I don't feel like we're fully. I think like we're creatures of habit.
Yeah.
No,
And
absolutely.
this one is new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're still kind of like.
Trying to find our habit.
We're like,
Yeah. It's difficult. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to do the intro and, yeah, what do I do with my hands?
Just kind of put them down to your
Oh, okay,
side
gotcha.
there.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're good.
Well, that and because we're so used to just kind of talking in the dark that
Yeah,
we got the lights on and we're looking at each other
absolutely.
and people are looking at us.
We got some good feedback on the last one. People
People
are
really
enjoying it.
like our
Yeah.
beards.
I know.
yeah.
They said what did they call us? The beard trio or something.
I wish
I can't remember what it was,
I had
but
it memorized. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was awesome though.
it was good.
I was kind of. I mean, I wasn't like fishing for beard compliments, but
I mean,
when you
yeah.
get one,
I mean, there's a lot of beard,
there's a lot of.
beard.
And it's not just beard. There's body hair here that
Yeah.
you just don't even know.
My mustache.
This is
is-
actually my body hair. This is not a shirt.
right.
Woven.
My mustache. I figured up the other day is old enough to get a discount on insurance.
It has its own AARP card.
Right. It is. It's ridiculous.
I feel like my mustache is just giving up. It's like, dude, I don't want to.
It's there. It's there.
I don't want to do this anymore. You
I feel
know?
like mine just like it's like I'll stay around for a little bit.
It's hanging out.
So that's the midweek mysteries.
Yeah,
about
there
our
we go.
facial
yeah,
hair.
facial hair, like how we're getting old.
I think though it's only fair because last week the debut was a heavy episode. I mean,
Yeah.
It was heavy.
you know, I haven't heard any follow-ups to it. Haven't heard any new.
No, I was digging
Anything.
around, didn't see anything new.
Yeah,
I was going to touch on it this week if I did, but I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I never saw anything. I was combing, the news, trying to look, and I was reading the comments people were putting. There was one person on our comments said that it was eerily like the missing 411.
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
I saw
yeah.
that one.
I thought, man, I actually, when I read that and it kind of, dawned on me as I was reading it, like, yeah, it is, and I just felt my heart sink, like,
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
because everything about the missing 411 is just depressing to me.
It really is.
Yeah.
You know?
It's sad stuff. But we have to talk about it in third person. Like we're not focusing on that. Otherwise, we can't really talk about all the X-Files stuff.
Yeah, it's how do you how do the people get not the ones that are vanishing obviously, but the families around, how are they able? That's the thing I keep coming back to is like how are they making it work?
Yeah.
It's like those encounters that people have that have questions, but this is actually an encounter like times 10 because somebody went missing with without a trace.
Yeah.
So there's so many more questions on top of your grief.
Yeah.
So it's like it's crazy, and my heart goes out to you guys that like stuff that's happened to you like that. Yeah, we gotta tiptoe around it, but it's like we gotta talk about it to like, maybe somebody could come out like with an idea like what happened, what
Right.
could have happened.
Yeah.
It gives somebody closure. That I feel like even in the worst cases, a lot of people are just looking for that closure
Right.
to understand.
I'm with you. Absolutely with you. I agree. There's always going to be this part of me that's like, I get a little mad about it.
Yeah.
Like, why do I have to tiptoe around this anymore? Why does
Yeah.
any of us have to tiptoe around
Right.
it? It's like, yeah, it's a hard subject. It's shitty, but there's people are getting pissed.
Yeah.
And that anger is gonna it's gonna lead to something.
Mm-hmm.
That's why people are gathering and they're looking for these mysteries because people are tired of this shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was like the very first episode.
Yeah.
Of the show.
Mm-hmm.
It was like where we want to know what those lights in the sky are. We want to know what that being in the forest is. We want to know where these people are disappearing to. We want to know.
Yeah.
And we're not going to stop.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to.
The good thing is this week, my mystery for the week is a little more lighthearted, a little more relaxed.
Good.
Just as weird, just as creepy, something that, we can talk about and not have to worry about tiptoeing around it, It's about a little place in Kentucky, actually, bringing us back to our own home state again.
Nice.
It's in Clay County, around Manchester, in a place called Redbird, Kentucky.
Okay.
Who has become the Bermuda Triangle of Kentucky, so to speak.
Really?
There's some pretty interesting stuff going on down there, guys. There really is.
I like it when Gibbs takes us on an adventure.
Right. I try to. I try to take us either back in time or on an adventure,
Yeah.
So in Clay County, in Redbird, Kentucky, off of Kentucky 66, which this is the road that keeps showing back up in everything I found about it, there's some really weird stuff going on.
Okay.
Do you know what the Redbird, Kentucky petroglyph is?
No.
So there is a huge, massive stone in Kentucky, in Redbird, that has carvings on it that archaeologists can't explain how they got there.
Really?
Okay, so now it gets weirder than just me saying that.
Okay.
And there are 8 dead languages carved into this stone.
And they don't know. They literally have no idea how it got there.
Did they date the rock?
So the rock was originally on a cliff, and it fell down. This is like you're getting down in like the bottom tail of Appalachia, coming out of Harlan into Tennessee area in this part. The rock actually fell off a cliff, and they didn't just bulldoze it over. They picked it up delicately and took it to the heart of the city. There is Egyptian, yes, Germanic ruins, Old Gaelic, and I believe Libyan. There's 8 different dead languages. And when I say dead languages, I mean these languages predate the Columbus
Yeah.
landing in America, that are carved into this stone. It's pretty wild stuff.
I've
Yeah.
never I didn't know
Yeah.
anything about this.
Yeah, it's like a 50-ton stone, and when it fell off the cliff, they knew it was there because it was on a hiking trail.
Is there pictures of the stone?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Here you go.
Yeah, they're going to be on there, and there's also translation signs where people have translated the language. It's a God, I wish I could remember what the stone was called. They have a nickname for it, and we can insert that
Yeah.
over top of what I'm saying right now. Sorry, it's been a long day. It's a really cool name. It's the stone of something, and I can't remember for the life of me what it's called. And I had it.
Wow.
I have a problem when we do the podcast is I'll have all this amazing stuff, and then as soon as the headphones go on,
Yeah.
gone,
Yeah,
absolutely
it's-
gone. Can't
it's-
remember any of it.
That is dude, that is a sickness that we all have,
Yeah.
I think.
But the stone has a lot of religious carvings. We're talking Germanic ruins.
Yeah.
We're talking Old Gaelic. We're talking Hebrew,
Yeah.
like old Hebrew. Actually, I might have it. I had it at one point on here. Just crazy stuff that's carved in it. It's all religious stuff carved, but it's all carved from there's Egyptian the Ra sun god symbol carved into it.
And has it been translated?
Yes, all of it's been translated, and there's signage that tells you what each carving is.
What's the message? I mean, does it?
It's all about religion of some form or another. So, like the Egyptian carvings are about praising Ra, the sun god.
Yeah.
The ancient Gaelic stuff is talking about the god of the stone or the god of life and Jesus and whatnot. And the Germanic ruins are talking about Odin, it's just a really crazy stone that's sitting down there in the town square now, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So this
pretty amazing.
little town on Kentucky 66 gets a lot weirder.
Okay.
So besides this stone that archaeologists can't figure out why we have 8 dead languages carved in it, there's also a magnetic anomaly. And I tried to find out exactly what it is, but apparently there's like crap that goes wrong with your compasses there.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah, it's one of the sites in the world where you have an anomaly in the magnetic field of the world.
Okay.
So this particular area has that problem too. This particular area also has an abundance of UFO sightings, alien sightings. Your Hellier documentary brazes across it when they go through.
Okay.
There is also 6 unknown disappearances, like 6 people between the age of 21 and 69 just vanished without a trace since 2006, all in the same area. They found 2 skulls off of the side of the road in Kentucky 66 in this area that do not match the 6 people that are disappearing, and they have no idea who they are.
Wow.
Like they can't even like go off the dental records.
There's nothing. They have
There's
no what they
nothing,
are.
like,
No idea what they are.
That's creepy as shit.
Yes.
Right. So this little Bermuda Triangle in Kentucky is pretty wild.
Kentucky
I want to
Triangle.
go. Like, I want to
Right.
go
Yeah.
see the place.
It's
now.
not far. It's only like 3.5 hours from where we are right
Oh
now.
yeah,
That sounds like a field trip.
that does sound like a field trip.
Yeah, Kentucky 66, man. There's some wild stuff going on down there.
That is freaking
Route
awesome.
66.
Just, I mean, the UFO sightings, that's enough to be intriguing, but the disappearances, the magnetic interference.
I've tried to dig into that some more and figure out what the Kentucky anomaly is, and I didn't have a whole lot of luck, but apparently it is on the National Geographic database of magnetic anomalies in the United States.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
freaking awesome,
And
man.
all this is
I
going
wanna
on.
go.
All this is going on in one county in Kentucky. And for those of you that aren't from Kentucky that don't realize that we have over 100 counties, a county is not a huge area in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Typically, we can cross a county in 20 minutes,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
if that. If that. Some counties you can cross in 10.
Yeah,
You know.
absolutely.
So this is all happening in one little epicenter down there, and it's close to Tennessee, close to Harlan, kind of in that eastern Kentucky side, just off the edge of the Appalachians.
So you guys out there, if you know any more about this, you want to add to it and let us know anything that we might have missed. I want to know. I
Yeah.
didn't know anything about this till right now, so
I heard something a long time ago when we first started this about the Kentucky Triangle, but we were more on the hunt of the big guy.
yeah.
So
Which is, we're actually getting close to the time of year to start looking again into what Louie's been up to.
Yep.
It's almost time.
Yeah.
It's getting close. And the timer would, the overarching timer on that would be, I'd say we have at least, if we see him pass through again, then we have maybe one more year.
I'd be curious to see if your Louis path intersects with Kentucky 66 and Redbird, Kentucky.
I'll be looking into that one.
Right.
For sure. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, and I was talking with Sam, my girlfriend, and we were talking about the strange disappearances and the random skulls found on 66. And her first instinct is to look and see where the roads path through.
Yeah.
Like, is it a major route? And it really isn't.
Mhm.
Because like a major route coming out of a state and into a state would make sense for like murderers and stuff. Like, it's an easy pathway. Kill somebody in Tennessee, drag them up, and dump them in Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's stuff that's convenient, but it really doesn't make any sense to come way over.
Is this place Western Kentucky or
Eastern.
Kentucky?
It's kind of in the foothills of the Appalachians.
Eastern, man, I tell you, man, it's that.
Yeah, there's something
the
up.
eastern
It's
side
not
of
too far
Kentucky.
from Harlan.
Yeah.
Yeah, also too is, we do have a state that's got a notorious, it's got a notorious history even before, you know what I mean, all this. I mean, even the Native Americans didn't want to settle here
Well, the
for
name of the
whatever
state
reason.
doesn't it translate to dark and bloody ground or
The
something?
dark and bloody ground.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome. Sorry, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
yeah. So it's
Awesome.
the Native Americans were not. They would hunt here,
Yeah.
and they definitely passed through, but they didn't build here.
Yeah.
So that's something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe they were onto something. Maybe they're like, hey man,
Right.
there's this big rock down there, and I just don't think we should live by it.
Got a bad feeling.
You remember a while back? I don't know why this made me think of this, but a while back when the Georgia Guidestones appeared.
Yeah.
You don't remember that? And do you remember the Georgia Guidestones?
I've heard it, but
They're like
I
these
can't remember.
pillar stones that just appeared, and they have all this like information and advice to
Yeah.
humanity. It's interesting. I
Yeah.
I think I might be wrong.
Yeah.
I've been wrong before,
Yeah.
but I think that they were claimed by an artist. I don't know for sure, but it was definitely an interesting piece. I don't know, that monoliths and stuff like that I think
Yeah.
are fascinating.
The petroglyph is really it's amazing, and anybody can go see it.
Yeah.
It's shrouded in a porch with a porch roof on it, and all the translation boards are next to it, so you can go down and find the carving and figure out what it says.
I would very much like to go and stand there and look at that stone.
I too would like to go see it,
Yeah.
and I'll pull up some pictures and get them into our chat so you can
Yeah.
put them on here.
Awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah, you guys are going to see this because I'm going to be digging in. We'll be adding graphics.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do that in a video. I know, like last week I said, I was like, I have a habit of saying that I'm going to add a graphic and I don't. But last week I felt like I was on it.
You were
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
That my big accomplishment I want to do is that I want to literally be like, check this out, and then like have the graphic appear and then throw it at the screen and it like zooms in.
That's amazing.
Serious editing.
But none of that's going to happen on this one because
No.
I don't have time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it's
not
definitely much lighter hearted, definitely more relaxed, but yeah, some crazy shit going on in Kentucky.
Absolutely. What about the rest of the world, Tyler? You said you had something you wanted to tell us about.
I just stumbled across this because it just goes to show that everybody has their own tale,
Yep.
and it goes to show that the government is not one to shy away from. They want to get their worth out of it. So, I guess this was back in 1959.
Okay.
Oh, he's taking us back in time.
You can
Yeah,
go back in
yeah.
time with Tyler.
Oh boy, I like it. Back in time with Tyler. That should be
There's
another
certain
episode.
regions, like if you wanted to look for the abominable snowman,
Yeah.
there's a couple regions that they explained. There was a book that actually helped them out. I think it's Mountaineering and the Scientific Exploration in Nepal.
Okay.
So,
And we
but-
talked about Nepal a while back, didn't we?
are we talking about the one where
The
There's-
Yeti attack or whatever.
Oh yeah,
was,
those.
was that in Nepal or was that somewhere else?
I can't remember.
Was
I
it
think
the
it was-
mountains of Nepal?
I guess like it.
I can't remember.
It was, before me. I think it's before me.
It might have been.
No, I don't.
No,
think so.
yeah, actually,
you
I
were
think
here.
you were on the episode.
I was sitting right here.
We were talking about the Ural Mountains.
That was it. It was the Ural Mountains.
Yeah, the Datlov Pass.
Yep, that was it.
I'm the podcast historian.
Yep, he is. God. So anyway, Tyler, you said you had some stuff you wanted to tell us about the rest of the world.
Yeah. I was just like, yeah, this was going to go back in time to 1959.
Back in time with Tyler. We all went Wayne's World. I love it.
Yeah, we're old.
Yeah, this there was there's actually in Nepal there's actually rules on like the way that you if you went looking for the abominable snowman,
Yeah.
the Yeti, there was rules that you had to go by. So this shows that, like, I'm sorry,
Is
like,
this
it's-
like the Kentucky Field and Game? You know,
yeah,
the little,
in a
Little
way,
pamphlet
yeah.
you get when you get your
here's
fishing
the
license.
size Yeti you're allowed to keep. Throw these back.
The Nepal government was like, all right, so
I don't know
we
how
need to
much,
figure out how to cash in on this.
I don't know how much this is. It says it's like a 5,000 Indian currency. I don't know what that translate into actual USD.
I have no idea.
I-
Probably $1 million.
I don't know why I
But
keep-
you could put it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just keep adding graphics. That's a great shortcut.
I love
I
it.
see why people do that.
Yeah.
Indian currency will have to be paid to His Majesty government of Nepal for the permit to carry out an expedition in the search of the Yeti. That's rule 1.
So you're not. It's not even a hunting permit. It's literally a permit to go
look.
looking.
Go
You're
look.
not. You're
That's amazing.
you guys. If are you guys free this weekend, I've got tickets to drive to the movie theater parking lot,
Right.
Just to look at the.
so we can check out the building.
Check
and
out
then
the marquee.
After that, we gotta go. But
Anything else is
Well,
extra.
This actually. This
It's
will
beautiful. I love it.
go. Rule 2. In case Yeti is traced, it can be photographed or caught alive, but it must not be killed or shot at, except an emergency arises out of self-defense. All photos taken of the animal the creature itself, if it's kept alive or dead, must be surrendered to the government of Nepal at the earliest time. So
okay, so
in,
I have some
in
problems with this.
in regular business hours. So you just keep it on the freezer if
So,
you did it over a weekend.
Are you telling me that I have to, like, if you were the government, I
Yeah.
have to pay you money
5,000
to go out there
Indian
and
currency.
hopefully not, but maybe kill this thing, and
Yeah.
then from 9 a.m. to 5, if you're not on lunch, if the the ice cream machine isn't down, I can come in and I can give you my findings.
You have to
You
do
want
it.
my money and my findings. Shame
Yeah.
on you, Nepal.
This is why we don't like government.
Shame on you.
And
This
last
is
but not
terrible.
least, the third one is news and reports throwing light on the actual existence of this creature must be submitted to the government of Nepal as soon as they are available and must not in any way be given out to the press or the reporters for public without the permission of the government of Nepal.
So they want to police your thoughts. So I think I saw a Yeti. I'm going to go back home, and I want to tell everybody about it.
No, you
No,
gotta
you
have
better
a
not.
permit.
You better tell the Nepal government before you do
You got to
that.
get your permit to think. That's this many dollars.
This many dollars.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
That's incredible.
I'm impressed that they have a Yeti hunting
Well, it's
outline.
like looking.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's-
They have an outline. There's a protocol to follow to go looking for the
Wow.
Yeti and what to do if you do see one and if you do catch one.
Yeah.
And if you think you saw one before you tell anybody else, they have a protocol for it.
Yep.
I do appreciate that.
Well, thank you, Nepal. You're really pushing boundaries big
Yeah.
time. Wow.
I just thought that was a weird thing
That
because
is
we
good shit.
have
That
like
is
we
some-
don't have that like
That is weird
in that
news.
seriousness.
Yeah.
But like I remember a couple of times we talked about there's what is it, like handbooks about if you encounter a
Oh, yeah, the
Sasquatch
military
and
handbooks,
the
yeah.
military handbooks.
That's
Yeah.
an interesting little tidbit too. you know?
So I felt like it's
Well, it's-
definitely in other countries.
It's confirmed too. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not just anybody calling in and telling us to make it sound good.
yeah.
Like I personally know somebody that was in the Army and the Marines, and it absolutely is said
That's-
that you do not fire upon a Sasquatch when you're doing exercises in California.
It just really seems like something that they wouldn't joke about. I mean, saying they're, for the most part, they're pretty serious dudes. I mean, they
Right.
gotta be. That's their job, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, why would you throw in like a joke in the middle of that,
Right.
And then,
Yeah.
you're not even allowed to laugh. If you're in Nepal, you got to get a permit to laugh at it. You
Right.
know, I mean,
Well, no,
come on,
you have to have a permit to go think about laughing about it.
to go think about
And then
laughing.
you have to present it to the Nepal government to tell them you thought about laughing about it.
Yeah.
in between business hours.
I don't know, guys. Maybe Nepal is just not where the info is gonna come from.
And
And
that
I'm
was,
pretty sure there's Nepalese assassins on their way here as we speak.
I'm just saying too.
Oh no,
That was
the
the-
revenuers. They're coming to collect.
That's it.
They're coming to collect the tax
The
money.
assassins have to get a permit
Yeah.
to think about.
Come and look at
okay,
us.
it's a lot of red tape.
Well, the
It's a lot
crappy
of
thing
red
too is that was back in 1959. So what other regulations did
God.
they add on to that?
Right.
I hope they just went totally like,
Just said screw it.
yeah, like you know what, guys, we're not really pulling in a lot of money from this department. People are just going and looking, and they're denying it when we get there.
At least in the U.S., I believe there's a couple of states that it's illegal to shoot a Sasquatch.
Yeah,
It's just listed. You can't hunt a Sasquatch.
Yeah.
It's not. You have to have a permit to think about looking for one.
I'm like, all I'm saying is like, from everything, all the stuff we've collected on the Sasquatch, if you're a dude that's like, dude, I hunt Sasquatches, I don't want to mess with that guy, because that
Right.
dude that's a bad motherfucker right there.
Right.
I mean, that's getting beeped.
Yeah.
That's getting beeped out.
Beep.
Yeah.
Do we censor our own podcast?
No.
No, I'm just only gonna censor that one,
Oh.
Yeah, just that random beep.
Oh, okay.
just for the just for the fun of it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. You guys.
I got one more thing, but this is more of a cautionary tale.
Oh,
Okay.
Go for it. And on a cautionary tale. I like it.
I like that.
This is more along the lines for the people out there, the viewers. If you go on any type of expedition, make sure you know what you're doing. Because if you don't know your surroundings, there things could happen other than the fact of what you're looking for. I saw there's a woman. She's a paranormal investigator. She went inside a. This is from the Buffalo News. She went into a city landmark that was a building that was condemned.
Yeah.
She was a ghost hunter. She actually went inside and she plummeted down. Like, it doesn't really say how far.
Yeah.
It was a sub roof. She plummeted down, and then they said that she took her to the hospital for minor like injuries,
Right.
but they did not report on her condition. So
Gotcha.
hopefully she's fine. She had an actual male counterpart that was there with her,
Yeah.
but good that she had somebody with her. But they did not have permits to go in that building. The city is not pressing charges,
Yeah.
but this is more along the lines like, I understand that we're all wanting answers. We have to go out there, but we gotta work with what the world gives us. Like, cause you searching for answers could have turned into something worse.
It's not worth betting your life on.
Yeah, it's
Right.
not.
Yeah.
That's the thing about abandoned buildings is people don't realize is nature reclaims everything.
Hmm.
And it doesn't take long for good sturdy floors to become really treacherous places.
We
to
saw that
stand.
for ourselves, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, we saw that for ourselves.
Yeah.
There was a we
porch
saw
incident, right?
a building that we were actually working in had a hole big enough to fit your ATV there, and it went all the way to the basement
Yeah.
because a machine sat there. It fell and it kept going, and there was just this big, it was
Big hole.
terrifying.
It
But I
doesn't
think
take
it's
much.
that's a great. Honestly, I think that's a great piece of advice. Is
Wood gets old and doty. It doesn't take much. It's natural. It
Yeah.
does go back to where it came from.
yeah.
Yeah, like I saw that and I just felt like I wanted to say that because we're all too gun ho out here
Yeah.
thinking like, I want to get that. I want to get that on film. I want to get that footage that it changes everybody,
Yeah.
and we don't think about our own safety.
Absolutely.
So, like, if you guys are paranormal investigators, be safe and make sure that if you're in an area that you're not supposed to, get permission, because you don't want to, just because you go in there and you're not disturbing it, it's still trespassing, and you could get in a lot of legal trouble.
And
So
another thing too is find somebody who knows the area
that's true.
and
Yeah.
and have them show you, because I mean, chances are if there's dangers, they already know about it. You're aware. I think that's great advice.
Yeah. Don't roll the dice on things like that.
No, definitely not.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys, we appreciate you tuning in to the Midweek Mysteries. It's Midweek Mysteries.
Midweek
Yeah,
Mysteries.
There we go. Yeah,
We
you know,
kept going back
we
and
kept
forth,
going back
but
and forth, and I kept thinking like, okay, if it's Midweek Mystery, am I not supposed to say Midweek Mysteries?
I
Or-
mean, we can do plural. I don't think
You know what I
It's
mean?
our podcast.
Should we write a
this is
letter
our-
to Nepal and ask them if we can think about it?
I'm sure if we wrote them a check,
Yeah,
we could do whatever we
for a
want.
modest fee.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see you guys later, unless we get taken out by the Nepal government. And thanks for
His Majesty.
everything. And hit the comments and let us know. Let us
Yeah.
know if there's anything we missed, or something about something that we talked about. Add it.
If you have a mystery
Oh yeah,
you
Weird
want us
news.
to talk about,
point us in the
give us
direction.
weird news, mysteries.
We love it.
Yep.
So I don't know what else to say, guys. I mean,
I think that's it.
we'll see you
this
next
is our
week.
podcast.
See you next week.